My name is Raj Gopal. I coordinate admissions for Azim Premji University. The background of Azim Premji University is Azim Premji Foundation. The foundation has been working for the last 20 years. We want to strengthen the public education system in the country. On the ground, we are working in around 50 districts, rural elementary government schools. We work with teachers there. And the foundation established the university in 2010 with a vision that what we do will contribute in making this a much, much better society. At one end, we can say, we have achieved a lot in 70 years. I think the other end, we should be honest and say we have a lot more to do. People ask, what is this development program about? People should be able to live a life of respect and dignity. So all the degree programs, the continuing education programs, the research that we do, the publications, you will see a lot of publication coming from us, is all with the idea that education should mean social change.
What are these numbers? What do you think these numbers are? Yeah, somewhere I heard a G, and so that's how close. Yeah, 3,29,417 there, and here you have 33,725,635. Between China and India, we made more than 50% of the GDP 400 years ago. Industrial revolution is where all this innovation and creativity helps the Western world, set the platform, and then with the platform that they are set and with the colonized world, they're able to then take off. India starts here. Our GDP was more than 30%, and then you see the red, which is China, India, going all the way down, which means the schooling system was doing something. Vichai, Nadella, Nui, all of them did study in government schools, and all of them studied in the private, and all coming out of our schooling system. All that creativity and everything that you're speaking of was not there. They couldn't have gone where they have reached today. What is the problem then? Why are we saying that things are not happening? The situation of our hunger. Right, we rank even below our South Asian neighbors, above 100. So this is our hunger, right, and children hunger. So if there are hungry children, and if they are coming to school, hence nobody should question as to why is the child provided a meal in school. The richest 1% have nearly 50% of the wealth, and 60% have less than 5% of the wealth. That's the kind of division that has occurred in our society. The education system out of which the rich are coming are not giving back enough. This is Mumbai. These are the towers where the 1% live, and this is where you have the 60%. Literacy from 17% before independence to 74% now. 140 million children being fed every day in our government schools is a huge achievement for this country. Take this forward and work on all these aspects.
What are the capabilities that is required if you have to work in this field? And possibly some reflection on why at all these capabilities? What is at the core of education? How does learning happen? Teacher. So I'm going to put this at the core. Schools can't exist without qualified teachers. The child teaching the schools are embedded in a socio-political context. In order to be concerned about what happens in the classrooms, we are saying it's not standing alone. It has this entire system, and we believe that if somebody is going out to work in the area of policy making, curriculum making, content development, program managers who are going to be concerned about coordinating teacher programs, any of these should actually know this. Practitioner to be prepared indeed needs theoretical and practical knowledge, a set of skills that may emerge as a part of the knowledge, as a part of the practical knowledge. I think it's important to ask questions. Why is something not working properly? People often think if you use the word critique, you're criticizing. Critique does not mean that. It means you're having an appreciative inquiry into something. What we were trying to understand is, what is this meaning of perspectives in education? We're talking of educational action. We're not talking that sit in a university and just keep ideating. We're looking for practitioners who go and work on the field. The work of an educational practitioner is to develop an alternative imagination. And in the last few years of the work of the foundation, we feel there's a huge gap in the development of talent, because people will ask us, Yeah, so many of them working in NGOs and other government sectors who have not really done a program in education. So we are arguing that an understanding about the field of education, about this field of study which I had put up, is central in some sense to actually develop practitioners on the field.